Hello, 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 my Reads Review family. Uh, to my subscribers, thank you once again. To those who have stumbled across this channel, this is your first time. You are welcome. Uh, this is Ree's Review. I am Shay, and we are discussing budget friendly fragrances. For the most part, Middle Eastern. Sometimes we'll discuss others. I do have other fragrances from other houses, like inspired fragrances from Dossier, from ALT or Alt, however they pronounce it, and of course, Okcha. So, oh, and also this week I have gotten my first purchases of the Dua brand. So like I said, sometimes we'll discuss others, but if you are like me, you love to smell good, you love your surroundings to smell good, and sometimes, with that being said, I do run across room sprays, air fresheners that are inspired by some of the fragrances in my collection, and that's fun. So without further ado, I thought since it was this is Father's Day week coming up, I decided that I would talk about two of the fragrances that I purchased for my husband. I don't, although I do purchase fragrances for him, he's not into fragrances like I am. He could just wear one particular bottle every day or one particular fragrance, and when that bottle's out, just go get some more. But because of his lovely wife, he now has a small collection, and so um, I decided I have not talked about these two. I don't, a lot of times I don't even think to talk about the men's fragrances, mainly because I can't get him to get on video and give his thoughts and opinions. But I do have my own thoughts and opinions about them. I'm usually here when he sprays before work. And most of the time, guys, a lot of times I spray for him because I tell him he doesn't know how to spray. But I usually hand him a cologne or fragrance every morning and say, "Here, this is what you're gonna wear today." And because of that, he's almost like walking. Well, he is walking advertisement for whatever fragrance it is. Because he might text me every now and then and say, "Hey, uh, how much is this cologne? Where can this person find it?" That kind of thing. Asking questions about whatever cologne he's wearing that day. So anyway, so I thought since Father's Day, here we are. Um, and I'm pretty sure I have not talked about these. I've talked about a few men's fragrances here and there as far as reviews or giving my opinions about it. So without further ado, here we go. This is Club de Nuit, and this is Silage. Um, and this is the bottle. Of course, the bottle is reminiscent of the Blue Iconic bottle. Yeah, the little, like, looks like it's broken glass or something to that effect. But this is it, and believe it or not, this is very much so reminiscent of Creed's Silver Mountain Water. Very much so reminiscent of that. I would say if you are a guy that likes that fragrance but you don't like that price, this will be a good one. You can find this for under $40. And I can attest to the fact that when my husband has worn this, it is lasting. He probably gets 6, 7 plus hours, if not more. Um, yeah, because I have some there about once a week we might meet up and go to lunch during the workday. So a lot of times, depending on what he has on that day out, like, oh, I can smell you. I smell you pretty good. Colognes for him just stick to him pretty good. They really do. I don't care what it is. Even those that people might say are the weakest of the weak as far as performance, it sticks to him like glue. But yeah, I can tell you this one does last. It's pretty decent. Um, I'll tell you the main accord: citrus, woody, musky, powdery, fresh, spicy, fruity, aromatic. amber floral rose, and it is very aromatic. Oh, I dropped it. Yeah, you get. I would say you get all of those accords. Top notes of bergamot, lemon, blackcurrant, lime, um, violet leaf, ginger. In the mid or in the heart, you have rose, iris, and jasmine. And a base is cedar, sandalwood, musk, and ambroxan. And ambroxan, fragrance that has ambroxan in it, I think they seem, to me, in my opinion, they seem to last a little bit longer or perform a little bit better. That's my observation. But this is very fresh, very aromatic, a little spicy. Those are the main things that I get. It smells good. I like it. I do. Most of the fragrances that I pick for him, I really do like. Um, so, um, value good, performance as far as longevity is really good. Yeah, I don't think you can go wrong, especially if you're one that likes the Silver Mountain Water by Creed. You will not. I don't think you will be disappointed. That's just my opinion. So the next one, Club de Nuit Milestone. I hope you can see that. Yes, and I know he's had this one for a while. Um, and I do know I've seen where people have like bought this women thinking that it was a fragrance, a women's fragrance, and then they get it and it's like, what happened? This is so um, masculine, and it is because it, yeah. I don't know. And I do know there are some women, some females, they prefer to look for masculine leaning fragrances because, and I've heard some women, maybe two or three women, say that they would prefer those because they do better for them. They last longer as far as performance. Yeah, to each his own. I personally don't want anything um, a fragrance on me that is masculine leaning. Um, so this is the nice gold bottle. And these are both from the line of from the fragrance house of Armaf. Armaf they put out some pretty good ones. Uh, Milestone is very aquatic like to me, or marine like maybe. Um, let's just spray it. Yeah, aquatic and marine like. This one is probably in the Club de Nuit line that I have for my husband. He has one, two, three, four, five of them, and I think this may be my least favorite. Not bad, just my least favorite. And um, okay, so the main accords for Milestone, Club de Nuit Milestone, is marine, aromatic, woody, powdery, musky, fruity, violet, citrus, amber. It, I say it's my least favorite, but and that's not because it's no good or just smells bad. It's maybe it's just a little bit too aquatic for me, for my taste, but it does smell good on him. The more it sits, I think the better it smells, in my little opinion. Okay, so the notes, top notes are C notes, red fruits and bergamot. In the heart, you have violet, white woods, sandalwood. In the base, you have vetiver, ambroxan, and musk. It does last. The lasting power is pretty good. Um, I think a lot of people consider it unisex. I personally don't. Um, and this is very reminiscent of, and probably inspired by, um, I think it's called Milestone Imperial by Creed. Imperial. Milestone Imperial by Creed. I'm probably pronouncing it wrong, probably butchering it. Forgive me. Don't mean to. Just doing the best I can. So, and that is a very marine fragrance, is known to be a very aquatic and marine fragrance as well. Of course, makes sense because it's pretty much very reminiscent of it, and probably considered dupe or inspired by. But um, the lasting power is great, and the value of the fragrance is good. So again, if you are one that you like that Creed fragrance, but you don't like that Creed price, because I think this particular Creed is about probably just like the other one. Anywhere I've seen it, the lowest I've seen is like 120, 125, and up to over 200. Like I think I saw it like for 235. So yeah, decent, decent men's fragrances. I really do like the Silage. I like the Silage over Milestone, but it's just about your preference and your taste. That is it, and this may be something you could pick up real quickly for a Father's Day gift. Um, for you know, I mean, seeing that Father's Day is this weekend, but other than that, it could just make a good gift, Christmas, birthday, just because, whatever, for the lovely male in your life. All right, guys, that's it. You guys have a good one, and remember to stay prayerful, to stay in your word. Um, we're living in some, I've said it so many times before, some crazy times, but yeah, stay prayerful, stay in your word, and remember, only what you do for Christ will last. All right.